That's a lovely song. So this song goes on record for the longest it ever took me to write a song, and I think it was 5 years. I had a friend of mine a while ago who's a writer, and he said, we just in passing, he said, you know, everything sounds better with the word Baltimore in it. And I said, does it? All right. And I wrote the first verse of the song, and I thought, wait, things do sound better with Baltimore in it. And then nothing, and nothing, and nothing. And I got it a couple of months ago. Matt, we did a prompt, and I don't remember what the prompt was, and the rest of the song came to me. So the song is called Baltimore Track. We drank Tennessee whiskey at the Baltimore Track, made $5 bets on the filly that scratched, and gave the colors more hell than they ever gave back, as we shouted our love of 4 roses. No point walking through life like you're dancing on graves. We're all headed that way, I suppose. And kept the best bets for last, and we finally got paid, and we hit Muir's right as she was closing. There's a town where the rain comes tumbling down, tumbling over and over and down. A place where our memories get lost to the sound of a rain that keeps roaring, thundering, pouring, tumbling over and down. Well, there's no sense pretending that you're walking on air when with every footstep you're slowly falling. She called a taxi and I paid the fare. If we said goodbye, I don't recall it. I made a mess of it, you tried your best. Still there isn't a moment that I could regret. So we settled our bill and I headed out west, where a city of roses was calling. To a town where the rain comes tumbling down, tumbling over and over and down. A place where if only gets lost to the sound of a rain that keeps roaring, thundering, pouring, tumbling over and down. Still we laughed our way until dawn, and then left at the break in the storm. There were headlights of diamonds, streetlights of gold, and I felt richer than anyone I'd ever known. Once we drank Tennessee whiskey at a Baltimore track, made $5 bets on a filly that scratched. But we didn't move forward, so we couldn't go back. To that night we came roaring, thundering, pouring, spilling out over the town. Well, there's a place where the rain comes tumbling down, tumbling over and over and down. A place where I love you gets lost to the sound of a rain that keeps roaring, thundering, pouring, tumbling over and down. To a rain that keeps roaring, thundering, pouring, tumbling over and down. Thank you.